Zach Thomas, who was just really almost untouchable. He did give up 4 runs on 6 hits, but he made big pitches when he had to. And then J.D. was just lights out when he came in. Kobe Madsen will be the starting pitcher. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the 10-26 River Dogs of Owensboro, number 26, Dalen Adderley will play shortstop and lead off. The left fielder, Nick Williams, will bat second. The first baseman, Miles Beal, will bat third. The cleanup hitter will be the DH, Jacob White. Batting fifth, the right fielder, J.J. Arbini. Batting sixth will be the catcher, number 99, Jonathan Lawson. Batting seventh will be the third baseman, Dylan Abbott. Batting eighth will be the center fielder, Tyler McClure. And rounding out the River Dogs lineup at second base, number 16, Logan Bland. Preston Cottrell will pitch today, the right-hander for the River Dogs, and he'll be up against Kobe Madsen, who's gotten the first start of the season that we've had Flash Baseball. And joining alongside me here for, well, let's just say some of the broadcast, maybe even to most of the broadcast, let's welcome in Kevin Patton. Kevin, it is a gorgeous day for baseball, and the Flash, who won a team record last night, 27th win, feels pretty good to be in the yellow and blue, doesn't it?
Absolutely, even if you're not in yellow and blue tonight.
Yeah, of all the nights to bring that up, it's, of course, throwback jersey night, and with that, the Henderson Flash wearing the colors of red, white, and blue, which were the Henderson Flash here, former high school before the consolidation in 1976. I can tell you just based on my age, at the age of 54, I was like 9 years old when the consolidation happened. So for me, it was kind of the epiphany of sports when that happened, and I followed the Henderson County Colonels from that point on, from 76 to present day. I've coached there for 25 years. But the thing is, I feel like I missed out on that generation of Flash baseball, football, basketball, and you name it.
Right. And there's something, and obviously, I'm the same age as you are, so, and I didn't live here.
Right.
So I don't really fully understand all that.
Did you even hear of the Henderson Flash?
Yeah, I did.
You?
Yeah, I did. But so I missed out on that rivalry part.
Big time.
Yeah.
Something I like to bring up, first pitch of the game is a fastball. Looked pretty good, but must have been a little inside to Adderley. Did you know what the overall record ended in between Henderson County and the Henderson Flash?
I believe it was even, right?
8-8.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? How could they let that? Is there either swing of the ball popped up, as it looks like Sorg may have a chance. He's up against the fence, and it just, as a matter of fact, hits on top of the Flash dugout on the right field, on the right side of that first base dugout.
Being a host fan, we kind of talking about the Flash and the nickname and the meaning it has in the community.
True.
And being a host family, one thing that invariably will happen at some point during the summer, the players will be out in the community, and someone will say, if they find out they went to, if they remember the Flash, they will say, I went to City High.
Yeah.
And the players will give them a blank stare because they don't know what that means.
No.
They have no, frame of reference. So I try to tell the players that stay with us, this is what that means if somebody says that and you say, oh, okay, great, thank you.
And it's one of the neatest nights at the ballpark, as the 1-2 pitch is a called third strike. Striking out Adderley is Kobe Madsen, and that's a good thing for Kobe. He has had some control issues from time to time, but when he's on, he's pretty tough.
He is, and you're right. If he can throw strikes, he's effective as a pitcher, and it'd be good to see him do that tonight in the start.
I think some of these guys come to us from their respective programs, whether it's high school or college, and they may be a starter, and then they come in here and get plugged in as kind of a middle reliever or even a closer from time to time. Maybe a spot start here and there, and I think what it does, it allows them to evolve as a pitcher and work on things they don't get to work on a whole lot.
Absolutely, that's the point. That's one of the points of summer ball, is to work on some things that you need to work on, whether it's a different pitch, maybe just a different approach out there, or whatever. And it's a good time to work on those things.
And now we've got an ejection. Yeah, they've ejected somebody out of the Owensboro dugout, and we kind of talked about this in the pregame. At 10-26, you're at the end of a long season. It's a hot summer day, and let's just say you don't have quite the focus that you would if you were 2 games out of first, rather than, in this case, 18 or 19 games out of first place. So somebody in that dugout not only got warned, but then got ejected, but we're not sure if anybody's going to be leaving the dugout. But
it may have just been
maybe that was the warning. Maybe it was like
a more official warning.
Maybe so.
Because nobody has left over there.
No, they have not.
And I don't think we'd be back to baseball if that were the case.
Breaking ball misses inside. Now, I will say this about this particular home plate umpire. He is what you would call slow to the call You're going to find out when we find out. It's a very delayed reaction. We'll set the flash defense in just a moment. Ground ball foul left side. Hoffman, Levanchi, Dos Santos, and Sorg, the infield third to first. McFarland, Matthews, and Wimber, the outfield left to right. Apparently, Nick coming out early in that game last night, but no worse for wear. Fine today. Ben Berenda is behind the plate. First time we've seen Berenda in a flash broadcast, probably in about the last month or so. Kobe Madsen, who has seen a lot of innings as a reliever out there tonight as a starter, gets his second strikeout. And they have decided not to throw it around, so it's going to be a called strikeout. And Kevin, if you'd have told me that Kobe was going to start the game with 2 strikeouts, I said I really am rooting for that. I just didn't think that might happen.
Right, absolutely. It's a great start for him. Gives him some confidence out there.
Absolutely.
And so that's huge.
Kind of talk a little bit about, it's one of the neatest nights of the year, and they're going to, Kevin Herron of Herron Realty is here tonight, and they're going to be auctioning jerseys in the between innings, right?
Right, they do that between innings. The jerseys they're wearing tonight, the throwbacks, and they'll auction those off, and that goes to the City High Alumni Scholarship.
Very cool.
I probably misnamed that, but it's along those lines.
Yeah, it's going to benefit,
so it goes to a scholarship fund. In fact, Shauna Evans said a while ago that Colton got one of those scholarships his senior year, so it's kind of cool.
Very cool.
I think you have to be a descendant of a City High graduate.
Yeah.
So somebody in the family had to go to City High.
That's very cool.
So it's kind of cool that that's where that money ended up, and Colton's out here playing for the Flash this year, and his jersey is going to help pay for somebody else's scholarship.
Swing and a ball hit high, hit deep, and out of here. A rawhide joyride for Miles Beal. It makes the score 1-0. So as good as Kobe Madsen had been pitching the first 2 hitters, he kind of left one out over the plate there, and Miles Beal deposited it over the power alley around the 340 sign in right center field. And you just hope something like that doesn't come back to kind of work on Kobe, especially as much John had come out of that Owensboro dugout. You'd hate to think that something as negative as that, then follow that up with a home run, is going to give them any kind of momentum.
Well, it's, these teams, they play each other a lot over the summer. The cool thing, the funny thing is that, a lot of these guys are teammates.
They're all teammates, and they either play on the same team. Yeah.
That's why they jaw at each other a little bit. It's not that's good-natured, and some of it isn't, but some of it is. And and I think we've had a warning for the Flash dugout as well. So.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
So
one good turn deserves another, I guess.
Yeah, so
one warning for each. And with that, 1-0 your score. 2 outs, nobody aboard, and the pitch, ground ball to third. A chopper actually picked up in foul territory by Hoffman. I've been very impressed. I kind of felt like Jeff Hoffman came here as a hitter, but I've been very impressed how the way he handles the hot corner.
He's very good on defense, especially for a guy that big.
Yeah, he moves well.
He does. He moves well. Of course, you're 6'4", you can cover a lot of ground.
Yes, you can.
And
just by standing there.
He does a good job, and he's played. Or Chris Ortega, who was the other third baseman, was injured. He is I think has gone home now, but he was here, but broke his hand. I think got hit by a pitch. So Jeff has played pretty much every day at third base. He's since they clinched, he's got a day off so far, and he'll probably get another one before the playoffs start. But yeah, he's gone the whole way pretty much at third base.
Jeff, another one of those Will Ammett boys, as we talked to J.D. Willis in the pregame. And, man, what a pleasant surprise he's been for this Flash team, hasn't it?
J.D.?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff had told me that J.D. was their best pitcher this year.
Well,
so he is.
In times, he certainly proved that.
Yeah, he's been good. Of course, he's left-handed. They were a package deal when Coach J.D. Arndt got them from the West Coast. All three of them are West Coast guys.
Yep.
And Jeff Hoffman, actually, his high school coach played for J.D. Arndt somewhere along the way, and so that's how he ended up here. And when he talked to J.D., he said, "Hey, could I bring a couple of my buddies with me?" And he said, "They're pitchers." And he said, "One of them's left-hander."
And they're dominant.
Like, yes,
they're dominant pitchers. So, Brady Joyner, dominant pitcher. You've got Jeff Hoffman, a dominant hitter, an excellent third baseman. Swinging the ball popped up. This should end the threat. As calling for it is the second baseman, Dos Santos, and he'll make the play to retire the side. Unfortunately, 1 run on 1 hit, the home run from Miles Beal. They leave none. We head now to the bottom of the first inning. It is River Dogs 1, Flash coming to bat here on your home for Flash Baseball, WSON, and the new WSON radio app.
auction night, raising money for the Henderson City Flash Scholarship Fund. And the scholarship fund goes to students in the Henderson County school systems. And tonight is your night to bid on your favorite Flash jersey. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. You get to get on the field afterwards and do some autographs and take some pictures. And right here, right now, we're going to do Kane Sanders, jersey number 1, ladies and gentlemen. And it doesn't matter where we start, it's where we end the counts. What do you say? Let's raise some money for the scholarship fund tonight. We're going to get $25 bill, 25 and now 50, $50 bill, 50, and now 75. We're going to give $60, $50 bill, we're going to give 60 for jersey number 1, Kane Sanders, $60, now $70, now $80, $80 bill, we're going to give $80 bill for jersey number 1, $80 bill. So $70 right here. Jersey, we're going to do 3 or 4 each inning. It's going to go pretty quick, guys.
Who is this guy? I don't see him every night. Walking across. Yeah.
This is jersey number 27, Tyler Scholes.
Why is he wearing our stuff? Welcome back to the broadcast. We're in the bottom of the first inning. It's the home half of the Flash. And right now you hear that very loud voice. Kevin Herron, as he's auctioning.
He's louder than us.
Would you believe? Give him an opportunity, and like I said, he is absolutely he's going to be working very hard over the next 7 or 8 innings, and he is now auctioning these game jerseys. You can actually auction, you can actually bid on jerseys that Flash players are wearing at the moment during this game, and it's a very cool thing. It's a scholarship fund by the Henderson City High Flash, and of course giving back. That is what this Henderson Flash team is all about. They get a lot of help during the year, does Clay Bowling, his staff, and this team, but also too, whenever possible, they give back to the community. Kevin, they had their baseball camp the other day. They seemed to be very successful once again.
Like it. Yeah, I don't know how many kids they had here, but they had a bunch.
It was
50 or 60.
I would say at least 50 or 60 and up here.
And a lot of those kids come back out during the week. They want to come see those guys play.
Absolutely.
So that works. That benefits the Flash as well.
It certainly does too, and it was something very heartwarming to see. Is getting kids out in the summertime and going to camps. I know that was something. I remember the Sandball Roger Bird football camp that went on during my grade school and middle school years, and I wouldn't miss that for the world. On the mound for the River Dogs, Preston Cottrell facing Casey Sorg, Nick Wimber, and Ryan Dos Santos. First pitch is a called strike. 0-1 on Sorg, who has been a tremendous find for Coach J.D. Art and his staff. As Casey comes to us by way of Bellarmine University. Had quite a pipeline.
Absolutely.
From Bellarmine to Henderson.
I saw Bellarmine play right at the end of the season, and there's like half the roster. These guys
has played here. Yeah, I saw them. I did too. I was picking up on that as well. I got to see a lot of them, especially a lot of online broadcasts of Bellarmine baseball. The 0-2 pitch from Cottrell. That's outside. And it's what? Are you kidding me? I promise you that ball was right over the the right-handed batter's box, the inside paint of that, a good 8 inches off of home plate. Now, I'm all for hitting the mark, Kevin, but that didn't hit anything. That drew dead, as they say in Hold'em. So that's going to be a strikeout to start the game. And I have a feeling that's not the last we're going to hear chirping back and forth if
it's going to be
it's going to be a lot of fun tonight.
It's going to be testy.
Nick Wimber will bat for the first time tonight. Got one at bat last night and then came out in the bottom of the second.
I think he got overheated last night.
Okay.
So, I talked to him a little bit after the game. He said he felt better, but just thought he got too hot, maybe dehydrated a little bit.
And the 0-1 pitch is fouled right side and out of play. And quickly, 0-2, and Preston Cottrell getting off to a good start for the River Dogs as he struck out Casey Sorg looking, and now up 0-2 on Nick Wimber with Ryan Dos Santos, a guy that went through and just absolutely was killing it there for about 4 or 5 solid weeks. Ball is fouled straight back again. Nick Wimber's a guy that Kevin, who has certainly improved his batting statistic, has hit the ball very well over the last 3 or 4 weeks. He's always seems to be the guy that gets that double or multiple hits in a game, and certainly looking like he's more at home.
Absolutely.
Ground ball to short, picked up, and a long throw, not in time. as Adderley got rid of it quickly, but he was kind of deep in the hole over there, so that's going to be the first hit of the game for the Flash in the form of Nick Wimber. 1 on and 1 out.
Well, Nick with good speed.
Very good speed,
that ball hitting the hole didn't have much chance there to throw him out. But, talking about Nick and how well he's hit the ball, last year he struggled.
He did.
With this team. And he's been one of the most consistent hitters, especially the last half of the season. It's good to see. Kentucky Wesleyan, loves to see that.
Yeah, that's where he's heading, right?
Yeah, and hopefully.
Was at Ren Lake, and I think transferring to Wesleyan.
So, that's going to be that's going to be a good spot, I think, for Nick.
A lot of speed out there as well. The first pitch is a breaking ball outside corner taken for a call strike by DeSantos. 1 on with Wimber at first base, and this might be a situation you might see Wimber going here on the next pitch or two. Definitely a hit-and-run possibility. The Flash love to get the ball rolling outside. And, I mean, guys, if this is going to be a strike tonight, this is going to be a fast night. Another pitch right over the inside stripe of the right-hander's batter's box. That is not going to play well if it continues to be the same. Back to first base on a throw over by Cottrell. 0-2 now on the batter, Ryan DeSantos, as Ryan comes to us by way of Tusculum University. I played them in football their first year back in 91, some 31 years ago.
And they're still around.
Can you believe it? Yeah, they still playing football.
They survived all that, right?
They sure did. It was a really nice facility, especially for a first-year program, and we kind of were really good at the time. I think at that time we were ranked about 12th in the country, and kind of put it on them that day. But they played very good. They played very good sports at Tusculum, swinging the ball.
Tennessee, right?
Tennessee, that is correct.
What's the town? Do you remember?
Tusculum. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't think that's right.
You know what's going to be funny? I'm going to look it up.
I'm going to say I think it's Greenville, Tennessee, but I
could
may be wrong. I don't know why I said that. It's not Greenville, Kentucky, for sure.
Greenville, Tennessee. Well done, sir. No balls.
I have lots of useless information in my head.
Just tapped away right up here, stored for life. That misses outside to DeSantos, and he needs a little bit more grip on the old batting handle, so he's going to break the I don't know what that – I know what it is. It's in a different form. You used to – remember once upon a time it was a rag. They don't do the rag anymore. It doesn't look like that was something they almost looked like charcoal a little bit. Throw over to first base, and Wimber back in there safely. A ball and 2 strikes. Flash trail 1-0. It was a solo home run by Miles Beal in the top of the first inning. That's where we stand, 1-0. Wimber with a good lead down at first base. Not going anywhere, at least not yet, and that's high, and now 2-2.
Before the game, they were joking with Ron Dos Santos, who normally is 0, but tonight he's 0.
Yeah.
So they were saying he's Uno Santos.
Uno Santos. Very well played. That is hilarious.
I think that was Colton Evans who said that.
Oh, come on. We can't give him that much credit.
Yeah, I think it was him.
Okay. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cottrell the pitch. Yeah, it's a swing, and a ball fouled away.
But as I told Dos, 0 times 1 or 0 times 2 is still 0 either way. So.
Well, he told me a funny story when I interviewed him in pregame for Diamond Discussion last season here at Park Field, that his name at college, I think, was Ryan Santos. Runner goes, nobody covering second, and Wimber's going to get in there easily. When I say nobody covering, I mean both guys standing at their respective shortstop and second base position. Yeah, he told me something about when he came here, maybe it said Ryan Santos or something, but the dose had to be added after the fact. It was one of those situations, and I don't know if he was saying it when he got here or it was something that was that way, high school or college before he got here.
It sounds very complicated.
Of course, it was very complicated. And if you've talked to Ryan before, you can certainly see how that gets to that point. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Dos Santos. He takes that one outside for ball 4. That's going to be the first walk of the game issued.
He is Canadian after all. So
that's what I told him. I think he may have even tied it to that. How that's not used as, I don't know, pronunciation. I don't have any idea how he did. Maybe like they were trying to use it as his middle name, and who knows? He may work for the government, and we are not supposed to talk about such things. Yeah, he's
Canadian
a spy. He could be the Canadian spy.
Canadians.
Boy, he got in the country awful easy, though, I'd say. First and second now with only 1 out for Jeff Hoffman. I will say this: the new Flash jersey makes him look sleeker. The pitch inside. Yeah, it's got to be the pins, right? That misses inside for ball 1.
Are you
excellent.
Saying Jeff's not sleek?
No, not. I'm saying he's burly. He's like Paul Bunyan. So I look at him right there, and I'm looking for the Blue Ox to come in any time. 1 ball and no strikes The pitch from Cottrell on its way, and it's fouled straight back, kind of fisted back, and ball in a strike. Kevin, have you seen many broken bats? I saw a broken bat single by Sawyer last night, and I haven't seen many.
There have been a few, but not a whole lot. And unfortunately for Casey, that was his personal bat.
It was, yeah.
It's not one of the team bats.
I mean, that's almost like some guys will tell you it's like losing a pet because, I mean, you get a lucky bat. You get a bat you feel comfortable with. You stay with it.
Yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike. Weber down at second. Dos Santos at first. Swing and the ball lined. Is it going to get down? Just foul. About 4 or 5 feet foul down the left field line. Picked up in the corner there by Williams, the left fielder for the River Dogs. And the Flash, it just seems like, Kevin, that the Flash really don't have trouble scoring either early, middle innings, or late innings. It's like when they need it, they can turn on the offense.
They can. And they haven't really put up big numbers, but they seem to always get timely hits when they need them. And
how many times have you seen them get 10 or 15 hits in a game? They've seemed to get a lot of 10 or 12 hit games that resulted last night in 9 runs in a 9-4 win over Muhlenberg County, another team that's become a big rival with the Henderson Flash. Swing and a miss, and that's going to be the second strikeout of the inning. Hoffman doesn't do that very often, but he's down on that one. 2 outs for Colton Evans. And Colton's been a guy that since he's been moved into that DH role, because he's going to have some work done on that injury to that right arm or right wrist, he's able to hit the ball very well to the right side. He's drove the gap a couple of times. He had a home run. I think that, now, if I'm not mistaken, was the home run to left center field, I want to say.
I think so.
And so, he's been able to move the ball around. A lot of times that's what happens. An injury kind of makes you have to open up a different part of your repertoire.
And maybe, could be that, he obviously is just now focusing on hitting. He doesn't have to worry about his defense.
That's a good point.
So just focus on one aspect of the game, and it's probably benefited him some too. Not to say that I'm sure that he would rather be playing defensive.
No doubt. That lands on the inside corner for a called strike. 2 away, runners at first and second. The Flash trail 1-0 here in the bottom of inning number 1. The pitch, good breaking ball, and that just freezes Evans. And it's 0-2. I'm telling you, you got to go up there and be ready to hack, because anything, especially for lefties, anything off that outside corner has been a strike, and I mean it's been a strike 6 to 8 inches off the outside corner. So hopefully that'll benefit both teams here tonight. Setting up on the outside is Lawson, swinging a miss on a high fastball, and that retires the side. Would you believe Cottrell strikes out the side here in the bottom of the first inning? We head to the top of the second. Still River Dogs 1, Flash nothing here on your home for Flash Baseball, WSON. Even as we speak, Kevin Herron of Herron Realty auctioning off the Henderson Flash game jerseys tonight. I'm not sure what number he is up to right now, but I know he took care of at least 2 jerseys last inning. I think he's on his 2nd or 3rd jersey this inning, and that'll pick up as the night progresses. Here we are with J.J. Arbini, Jonathan Lawson, and Dylan Abbott all up, the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the River Dogs. Kobe Madsen pitched very well, struck out the first 2, then gave out the solo home run. First pitch fastball at the belt, taken high for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Hoffman, Levanchi, Dos Santos, and Sorg. The infield third to first. McFarland, Matthews, and Winber. The outfield left to right. That fastball fouled out of play, and it's 1-1. Ben Berenda back behind the plate. Good to see Ben back in action. Kobe Matson, again, is out there, and he's throwing strikes tonight, looking very good here in one of the few starts he's had for the Flash. He's pitched quite a bit out of the bullpen for Coach J.D. Arndt and Coach Austin Dick this year. Kobe, a second-year player with the Flash. Fastball, breaking ball, I should say, is high. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and a strike. Matson delivers, and it's fouled back, and it's 2-2. As J.J. Arbini, the right fielder for the River Dogs, who come in with a record of 10-26, and this is just the type of team that could beat you on a game late in the season. The Flash will play again on Tuesday night here at Park Field on the north end of Henderson. Played here last night, a win over Muhlenberg County. The 2-2 inside, and the count is full as that one had to run Arbini off the plate, as to not get hit by it. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Arbini, leading off the second inning. 1-0. River Dogs lead it, and that one's fouled out of play. I noticed you did a little walking around there, Kev. Did you see anything to your liking?
There's some jerseys out there.
Yeah, there are some jerseys.
I have a message for you.
Okay.
From Clay Bolden. He said you needed to buy a jersey. So
I want to buy a jersey, and I really don't care as long as it's an XL, as long as it fits me, because I'm going to wear it. And I'm definitely going to buy one. I just, right now, a little short on cash. And that one is a called third strike. And Arbini doesn't like it, but you know what? It has been that way all night. Third strikeout for Matson. As the home plate umpire getting some new baseball from the son of Drew Mays, who helps out with the Flash on a bat boy basis when he's not playing baseball himself. Max, yes, of course. Of course, I coached and you covered Drew Mays, his father, as a Henderson County Colonel catcher. Fine catcher indeed. Very cerebral catcher was Drew. 1 out, and the ball lined to Dos Santos. Picks it up on a hop on the backside stab. Throws to first for the out. Wow, what a great play. And what we would have said in slow pitch softball, look what I found.
That was a nice pick.
That was a very nice pick. And right now, the former 0-0, now single zero for the night, makes a nice play. I wondered why Kevin Herron was doing this number to me in the press box, and it was because the message was already being relayed by you from Clay Boland to buy a jersey.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kevin, maybe. Whatever.
Yeah, well, he looked at me. He looked, and I got a pretty guilty conscience, Kevin.
You were just thinking,
I should buy a jersey just because he said I should buy that jersey. There's a called strike on a breaking ball. Matson, like he did in the first inning, Kevin, he got the first 2 batters out. Now looking here to retire the side. 1-2-3. The 0-1 pitch to Abbott, and it's a little high, and it's 1-1.
So I was taking care of some business of the 2 guys that we host, making sure their jerseys were taken care of.
Yeah, I forgot. I was going to ask you that. I forgot. Who are the 2 that are at your house?
Jeff Hoffman, the one that looks like Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan, yes.
And then Peyton Matthews, who's in.
Oh, okay. Very good. The 1 ball, 1 strike. And a ball grounded to Dos Santos. Down on the knee, ups and fires to first. And that retires the side for Matson. 1-2-3, nothing across. We head now to the bottom of the second. It is still Owensboro 1, Henderson Flash nothing. Here on your home for Flash Baseball, WSON, and the all-new WSON radio app.
Right there. Yeah, baby. Yes, sir. Kobe Matson right here. $25. Kobe Matson, jersey number 22. Folks, what do you say? 25. Thank you. Now 30. Let's get it going right here. $30 bill, 25 bill, 30, 30, 30 bill. 25, you say 30, Clay? Now 40. Now 40. $30. $40. Now 50. $50 bill. $50 your way. Now 60. Sold at $50, Clay, your way. Nick Coleman, jersey number 21. Nick Coleman right up here right now. You're going to get on the field tonight, folks, and take pictures, and it all goes right here to the scholarship funds. $25 for Nick. jersey number 21, 25, thank you. Now 30, 25, $30, 30,
Everything sounded good, Isaac.
now 40,
Cool.
now 50, now 60, 100, 110. Sold $100 right here. Yeah, baby.
Well, we move to the bottom of the second inning. The Flash have had their chances offensively in the first, and they played some very good defense in the top of the second inning to make this or continue this at a 1-0 ball game. I think the longer that the River Dogs leave the Flash at this point, the better off they'll be. However, if they themselves don't score, I promise you, the Henderson Flash will think nothing about dropping 4 or 5 in an inning. So let's see how this one plays out with Ben Berenda, also Sam McFarland, and Kyle Levanchi.
Batting for the Flash, number 32, Ben Berenda.
So here we go. Berenda, the left-handed hitting catcher. Infield straight away. The outfield a little shallow in right and in center field. First pitch is apparently low. Looked pretty good compared to other strikes, Kevin, I should say.
It must have been low, I think.
Right. There we go. It had to be low.
Had to be.
Preston Cottrell. Now that's a called strike at the knees. Taking all the way is Berenda with Sam McFarland waiting on deck. Sam's playing in left field tonight. The 1-1 pitch from Cottrell. It's on the outside corner. Barely, but enough for a strike. I mean, these backdoor breaking balls to left-handed hitters, they're far from hittable, but you're going to have to do something, either foul them off with 2 strikes or take them for a called strike, because there's not a whole lot you can wrangle out of a pitch that far out of the strike zone. The 1-2, and it's a chopper heading to short, picked up by the third baseman, Abbott, over to first for the out, as Berenda is down 5-3 on the putout there. One away for McFarland.
Now batting for the Flash, number 10, Sam McFarland.
All right, Sam, the right-handed hitting left fielder batting. Sam was inserted into the lineup when Nick Wimber didn't feel well in the bottom of the second inning. He came in and batted for him in the bottom of the second. It remained into the game the rest of the evening. One out and nobody on. That's a called strike. Cottrell's going to feed you a steady diet of breaking balls and make you like it. And with this home plate umpire, he's had a very generous strike zone that has helped both pitchers thus far. That one swung and fouled off the front foot, and he's got it. A ankle guard that, and it seems like for obvious reasons. And you remember, I used to see that a lot with major league hitters for years, especially back in the 80s. They would just foul balls off the foot, off the ankle, and man, that is a world of pain that they certainly go through. Seems like the harder the ball's thrown, the more that happens.
Yeah, that's rough. That's why they wear those guards, right? So.
That's why we don't play.
That's right.
For that reason.
That's right.
Swing of a ball line to left field. That's going to be the second hit of the night for the Flash. And no surprise that it comes off the bat of former Orangeboro Catholic ace Sam McFarland that played all of his baseball up until high school right here in Henderson. Good friend of Colton Evans. He and Colton grew up playing baseball together. And I'm sure he and Nick Wimber have tangled a time or two.
He and Nick will be teammates.
Yeah, that's right. Kentucky Wesleyan, yeah. Runner at first and one out, and the pitch is high and outside. The batter, Kyle Levanchi. And Kyle has he's been very successful. A couple of walk-off hits already, but he's got a very interesting batting style in that he will fade away from home plate as he's swinging the bat. Just a little bit, as they used to say growing up, they always used to say stepping in the bucket. Well, that's a called strike there. A ball and a strike with one out. But it has worked to his advantage. The 1-1 on its way. Oh, over to first we go. McFarland in there safely.
Kyle, another area guy.
Yeah.
North Posey.
Yep. Yeah. North Posey kid that plays at.
Was that Murray? But he is in the transfer portal.
Transfer portal now. Okay. foul ball, and it almost took Peyton Matthews out.
That's
Peyton's on deck.
2 days in a row.
2 days. I was going to say, last night, hit that pole right above his head.
Yeah, I think it was Kyle that did that thing. Well, it would have been. I think they was hitting right ahead of him. So, yeah, I think it's the same situation.
I'm thinking this might be the one that McFarland goes on there. At the very least, a hit-and-run opportunity, but it is a ball and 2 strikes, not the best opportunity to do that. Runner not going, and that one, fouled off the knob. Is he calling it a hit batsman? Hit him on the knob, hit him on the hand, or on the wrist?
He's going to ask Andrew Powell.
And I think Andrew's probably going to say, grab a bat.
I would say unless he's very sure, it's whatever you call. That's usually the case.
I think for me, Levanchi's first instinct was to look at the bat, and I think that's exactly what happened. He and Jonathan Lawson, the River Dogs catcher, having a good laugh about it right now. But I'd be very surprised if they award the base to Levanchi. But let's see. There's a little meeting right now. Don't have many games with 2 umpires, but this is the case tonight.
They usually have 3. We've had a couple. Just 2.
I can remember a couple of 2, all over the country. Maybe all over the world. Yeah, they're going to bring Levanchi back to the plate. He knew it, and he's got a smile on his face now. And I think if that ball had hit him like he tried to portray it, he'd have been in a lot more pain. That one's fouled out of play. It remains a ball and 2 strikes with 1 away. We apologize. You caught Kevin and I both on the phone. My wife is texting me the shopping list, and Kevin is looking up other information on a text message. But we still were able to get the foul ball out of play. Levanchi now with a 1-2 count, 1 out, a runner at first, and the pitch outside. Misses just wide, and it's 2-2. Good point, Mr. Durham.
Yeah. Well, I've heard officials say all the time that if they're unsure of a call, look at the player.
Watch the player.
They'll give their initial reaction will tell you what happened.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes, and a chopper. And it's caught by the first.
Wow.
He dropped his. And that's a safe at second. He got the force. I thought he dropped the ball, but he dropped his sunglasses.
That's more important.
Yeah, so Levanchi is out on the fielder's choice there. That is the 3 unassisted. That is the second out, but making it down to second, McFarland hustling all the way. So he is in scoring position. He's the tying run here in the bottom of the second for Peyton Matthews. Kevin, have you seen a game like last night? The first 3 innings took over an hour. We were out of here 6 innings later in 2 hours and 30 minutes.
Well, pitchers started throwing strikes.
And they did.
And it moved fast. That was one of the shortest games of the season, probably.
2 hours and 30 minutes. We even did the post game, and we're out of here by 9:45. That was crazy. I don't think we can be that lucky again. Abbott's going to be just off the grass at third base, kind of in between right now, just in case of the steal attempt. With McFarland down at second, nobody holding him on. That's a low strike, if anything. Man, that strike zone just gets more interesting with every pitch.
Getting the shopping list straightened out.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Here's what she's got for. We've been looking for one of those mini fridges.
Oh, nice.
And you have any
That's
idea?
Important.
Do you know where I want to put that though?
I don't know.
My nightstand.
Oh.
Because I literally want to put a mini cooler, electric. You open up like a mini fridge, and it literally holds 6 beverages, I think. And the thing is, it's going to be for water, and I'm going to do that, and I'd love to be able to do that. Don't judge. 2 balls and a strike. The pitch is high to Matthews, and it's 3-1. And I like Henderson's chances. If you get Matthews on base here, that's first and second with 2 outs in the top of that lineup with Sorg and Wimber. It says you can plug it in the car. Yep, here we go. It's coming home, boys. 3 balls and a strike.
The things you can do while you're broadcasting baseball, right?
Swing and a miss, and that runs the count full at 3-2. Yeah, Kevin, you have no idea
Purchase coolers.
The conversations we've had, and this one I would consider important based on that, based on previous conversations.
So I'm over here trying to sort out jersey auction. So, so that's what I'm doing. So.
I don't have. We got 23 for a jersey. I don't know if I have or 23 for a mini cooler. I don't think I have 50 for a jersey. Matthews strikes out. That's the 4th strikeout of the night by Preston Cottrell. Henderson Flash leave one on. We head down to the top of the 3rd inning. It is still Owensboro 1, Henderson Flash nothing. Back with more in a moment here on WSON. See, I can't do that. I can't go 150.
Yeah, I can't either.
I can't go 50, much less 150.
I do 50.
Any other time, I could probably – next Friday, I can definitely do 50.
25. Now 30. 25. 30. Now 40. $40. $50. $60. Yeah, your turn again.
Maybe I can steal one. I can steal one later. Sometimes they go cheaper later. Your home for Flash Baseball is WSON and the new WSON radio app. Also live video coverage on WSON YouTube and WSO Twitter feed as well at 860 WSON. Steve Tow with Kevin Patton joining me here tonight, off and on here for the evening as we're having a lot of fun here. It is throwback jersey night as the Henderson Flash donned in their red, white, and blue Henderson Flash shirts, and they have that say City across the front. They are a wonderful looking shirt, and Kevin Herron is auctioning these game shirts even as we speak during the middle innings. 1-0 your score. The bunt attempt is down, and it's a good one, and I don't think anybody's going to get him. As the bunt attempt is down and good for Tyler McClure, the center fielder. That's a base hit, and that is only the 2nd hit of the night. The only other hit, a home run, a solo shot off the bat of Miles Beal. So 1 on and nobody out as it kind of caught the Flash off guard a little bit. Hoffman picks it up in plenty of time, but not to get the speedy McClure. Logan Bland, the second baseman, bats. He's the 9 hitter. The lefty digs in. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Certainly not playing like a 10 in 2016 early on here, Kevin.
No, they're not. And
you expect that?
Yeah, they come in loose, I'm sure. I mean, they should be loose all the time in summer ball, right?
That's true. Swinging the ball hammered high in the air to right field. Wimber's going to get back, but it's not going to be anywhere where he can get it off the wall. Runners now on 2nd and 3rd. And a 1-0 baseball game. And Bland, obviously there's a reason why he's batting in the 9 hole as he hit that one literally right off the fence. And that puts 2 in scoring position now at 2nd and 3rd. Still nobody out. Madsen still has excellent control. He's just now through the lineup one time here in the 3rd inning. Faced 1 over the minimum in the 1st inning because of the solo home run. And now it's going to be Dalen Adderley, followed by Nick Williams and maybe even Miles Beal. No outs with runners at 2nd and 3rd in a 1-0 game that the River Dogs lead here in the top of the 3rd inning. First pitch is popped up, and Berenda's going to give chase on it, but it's going to be just out of play, just behind the River Dogs dugout on the 3rd base side. Flash will be back here again on Tuesday night.
Last home game of the regular season.
That is correct, the last home game. And we'll take a look there. And it'll be the Madisonville Miners coming to town. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball. 0-2 now on the aforementioned Dalen Adderley, the shortstop. As a matter of fact, after tonight, just 2 more games in the regular season. Monday night at Louisville and then Tuesday night here at Park Field. The Flash still with an opportunity to win 29 games in this season. Swinging the ground ball to third, picked up by Hoffman. His only plays at home and safe. Looked like a good throw and a nice catch by Berenda.
It was.
But it also looks like the tag was late.
Yeah, I think he got in under the tag. Berenda had the plate blocked, but he still got in there. And good effort there on both ends of that play, though.
Yeah, picked up quickly. Hoffman knew all along he was heading home with it. So on the play, Bland stays at second. Adderley at first now with the fielder's choice for Nick Williams, who struck out his only plate appearance, so he's 0 for 1. 2-0, 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the River Dogs. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Flash. Here in top of inning number 3 from Park Field in Henderson. Good fastball right at the knees, a called strike. Just something. Remember the last time out that Kobe pitched at a home game about a week ago, he just couldn't find the mark. And that was with the fastball or the breaking ball, but it seems like he's a completely different pitcher tonight, and we're glad to see it. Flash offense need to get going and give him a little run support here in the middle innings. And the 0-1 on its way. Good breaking ball. That's a called strike, 0-2.
Well, this team has had a knack for coming from behind, so
yeah,
they're right where they want to be, I think.
How impressed have you been with a guy like Austin Dick, who is really no